Hello students, welcome back to Arman Educational Tutorials. I hope you're all fine and doing well by the God grace. Students, today I have chosen the lesson Father Dear Father by Raj Kingfr. So let me introduce the main theme and the characters of the lesson. Students, this lesson is really going to be your favorite because it relates your intense feelings and emotions. So pay attention and listen carefully. Students, Father Dear Father by Raj Kingfr is heart-wrenching letter addressed to a father by his son. An unsent letter written in reply by a student named Rahul to his father, which was published in Hindu newspaper as an article. Rahul was the class topper in his school who slips to the second rank for losing a quarter marks. Students, this letter is an anguished plea to his father who scolds him for losing his first rank. Rahul was against Indian education system which was characterized by rote learning without any practical exposure to the real world. Students, here rote memory means mugging up means by hearting. Now listen, this is an unsent imaginary letter written by a schoolboy Rahul admitting the guilt in response to his father's disappointment letter. So he became annoyed with and expressed his annoyance in his letter. Father, we have never been close and I can't rightly say you have been my friend, philosopher and guide. Students, do you know why he is annoyed with his father? Because his father believes in high score and doesn't trust his son, but he trusts his teachers. Rahul's father asked his son to think twice before studying and before answering the papers. Now, his father's advice makes him think and think. The word think makes him reflect on several issues, including many pitfalls in our education system and the defects in the mindsets of the parents, learners, teachers, and the government bodies. Whereas Rahul believes in simple life and practical education. Students, it is very interesting article. All the students feel as it is their own story and there is a point in his argument. So Rahul had few reflections which he was discussing in his letter. In first reflection, Rahul asked question to his father, Papa, I want to ask you if we all learn Pythagoras theorem or Newton's law of gravitation or Archimedes principle, but have you ever applied these law practically in your life? Rahul asked that, Father, why we study these things which are not useful in our day-to-day life? What is the point of learning things when we don't use it? Then Rahul writes about his grandfather that grandfather always used to tell me that at that time how they used to hang around on the banks of the river where men cooked mouth-watering food and playing marbles and gilli danda and outdoor games. Rahul says that his grandfather had a carefree and beautiful childhood because they used to enjoy in the mangoes and guava gardens. Students, here Rahul shows the difference between the father and the grandfather's life. To his grandfather, studies were only secondary. Living and experiencing was the major subject. Then Rahul asked his father very innocently whether his grandfather is lying or the world has turned upside down during the period of 70 years. Students, now let us see Rahul's second reflection. The second reflection is difference between the attitude of his grandmother and mother. Then Rahul asks his father that my grandmother is semi-literate and she is always at peace with her beads and Bhagavad Gita and recitation of the name of God. And also she is very happy with her kitchen work and gardening. While my mother is literate and she is always restless, tensed and frustrated and under pressure of hurry, then what is the use of education which makes us unhappy? Rahul questions his father, Father, please enlighten me whether literacy makes one nervous, fearful, frustrated or blooming, bold or confident. His third reflection is the attitude of his teacher teaching at school. Rahul explains to his father that whatever he learns in school has no practical application. He narrates his unpleasant experience with his biology teacher to save his rose plant. Papa, I asked my biology teacher how to keep my rose plant healthy. Then the teacher gets irritated as she thinks it a question out of their syllabus and she asks him to approach a gardener for advice. She serves as a warning to all teachers who do not show any reverence towards their profession. He says that the essence of life is not taught to him. He feels that education should teach us how to be practically in life. Then Rahul complains to his father, Father, my teacher who knows everything about plant but can't make my plant healthy, while that illiterate gardener knows how to keep the plant healthy. Then, Father, why do we focus on theoretical? We should focus on practically. Gently replies to his father. Actually, all he wants to know are the stuff that helps him in daily life activities like how to keep the rose plant healthy, how to make a desk with his carpenter tools, and what to do when fuse trip in the house. Dear Papa, things which are required are not even written in my school textbook and no teachers teaches it. He feels that if he meets Newton, then he will not even recognize him as he is so busy in learning about him. Now, his fourth reflection is the act of correcting the answer sheet by his teacher. Then Rahul explains the reason for losing his first rank. It was due to his disagreement with his English teacher. This quarter marks deducted from the fill in the blanks, like I wrote, I was invited to tea, but the answer was I was invited for tea. Rahul is a student who prefers to learn for life, not for a mere examination. Rahul sarcastically writes that if his teacher says George Bush is the president of India, sun rises in the west, and the earth is flat, then even though it is completely wrong, for the sake of getting the first rank, we will write it. He replies to his father gently, Sorry, Papa, next time I won't miss this quarter mark. Students, at the end, gist of this article is Rahul criticizes such an education system which curbs independent thinking and encourages blind adherence to what the teacher says. For Rahul, practical education matters more than theoretical. He condemns the emphasis placed on marks and ranks. Classroom knowledge should come handy in our day to day life. That's it, student. I hope you all have understood the lesson. Meet you in the next video with a new topic. Until then, keep learning. God bless you.